the final stage of RBI, which is the detailed assessment. Okay, by the name itself, you know it's already very detailed and it involves a lot of work. But what I'm going to bring you through is we are not able, I'm so sorry that we are not able to teach you all of those methods involved in level 3. So I will be giving you some overview, what they are, and I have also given clips for you to read through, to see, to learn, and you can explore more from there, okay? Because each of them can just become one course itself because it's just too huge. Yeah, but in level 3 detailed assessment, if you refer to the diagram now, we're going to recap what we have seen before. But let's see, you are in the first box. This one will be heavily quantitative. Yeah, heavily quantitative, and it means you will have to do perhaps a numerical analysis. Numerical analysis is software, finite element software, for example. If you're good at that, you can just do level 3 assessment by yourself. But if you're not, then you will have to hire external parties to do the job for you. So, but again, this one can be very costly if you were to do it externally. So what they do, they will just model your pipeline, you know, redo it, and then try to put whatever corrosions within the line that they may want to worry or focus on more, and then they try to analyze. So they will analyze that section, and then they will see whether the probability of failure will be high or not. So that is about numerical modeling. So from that box, you see it can be accepted or it can be rejected. But when it gets rejected, you can choose which way now, either to go for new experimental modeling or you want to go for probabilistic assessment. So that is when the upper part got rejected. But if it's accepted, it's safe, then you can just conclude to be acceptable. So if you want to go for experiment, as if you are going to burst the pipe. So there are a lot of experiments, but then the one that is the most severe kind of testing for the pipeline is what we call burst test. By the name, we have to burst the pipe. So we call it as destructive test because you cannot save your pipeline anymore after that, it will just be destroyed, okay? Under burst test again, not all pipeline operators have the facility, so they will have to hire external parties to do this analysis. For the example, in the case of Malaysia, we have RBI, and perhaps they can just go to other universities, institutions which may have the lab facilities on this. But it can be very costly and you can't afford to burst all pipes. So what you do along the pipeline, let's say 100 km long, you will just have to consider mimicking one pipeline section having one corrosion. So you don't take out the real pipe yet, but you are mimicking, you buy the same materials of the pipe, and then you make hole, you make corrosion, and because you want to know what is the capacity, the pressure it can take the most before it starts to burst. So that is burst analysis. Again, the capacity of the pipe to containing corrosion to be able to take the load, what is it? So that is before it bursts, the last value before it bursts, that is your burst pressure. So that one. But if you are good in statistics, you can go for another version, we call it stage 5 probabilistic assessment. Again, this is a course by itself, very heavily mathematical, statistical information. But the good thing about it is that it refines the data. There's a lot of uncertainties in the data, but it will be translated into probability density function, having a mean value and scatterness. Scatterness is the standard deviation. So that is when you take care of the uncertainties of the methods. And then eventually, probability of failure, when you do the computation, it will bring you to a value of probability of failure, POF. So this one is familiar. Level 1 we have POF, COF, level 2 again. But in level 3, you can also find the POF being computed through probabilistic assessment. Okay, so again, I have put some examples, some readings for you to know, but this course is just too big to be embedded into this topic. But know that detailed assessment may require one of these, for you to conclude whether the pipe is really bad or not. Once you conclude, then you will know what to do next. And what to do next is about your inspection plans. What do you want to do? How frequent do you want to do? So that again comes back to the historical experience and then expert judgment. It will not be calculated easily from any equations. It goes back to human nature, expert's opinion again.